Hello guys, welcome back to another Serpwizz report. It's Deepak Shukla here. Head over to serpwizz.com to get your instantly actionable SEO report in less than 37 seconds. Today we continue with the journey of Pearl Lemon and what we can do to, well, with the audit of Pearl Lemon rather, and looking at, if you get something that comes up as an issue, how you might consider it and discuss it. So today we're talking about pre-connect to required origins. So basically what that means is letting your browser know that you intend to connect or pull resources from other domains later on, i.e. further down the page, I believe. And that's what this makes reference to here. So required origins are things that you need from other websites, letting them know, I'm going to need stuff from other domains outside of Pearl Lemon. So Pearl Lemon's going to need stuff from outside of stuff that's from Pearl Lemon. We're going to need stuff from Serpwizz because we've got, our white label embed audit tool up. So that's a consideration here, okay? We go into the Lighthouse report. It says, list all key requests that aren't yet prioritizing fetch requests with a link religious RL equals pre-connect, okay? So this could be, for example, Google Analytics or otherwise, which would be, third-party tools, and improve page load speed with pre-connect. It says to establish early connections to important third-party origins, and you can use this command to inform the browser that your page intends to establish a connection to another origin and you'd like to start as soon as possible. That often involves, it can take time with a slow network, and when it comes to a secure connection that you're going for after, there's the DNS lookup of finding where the domain is, the redirect, and basically going backwards and forwards to deliver the actual request to the browser and therefore to the user going back and forth from the other domain. And if we do this immediately, it just makes the application feel a lot smoother whilst not affecting bandwidth as much. And since there's a lot of waiting around rather than exchanging data, it's better to do this as early on as possible. As you can see, it goes on to talk to you about it in more detail, which you can read. I will not read it all back to you. And then it gives stack specific guidance for Drupal, for Magento, for Drupal and for Magento, okay? And it says here source code for pre-connect to required origins, and it gives it to you in GitHub. So for any of you who are dev teams, you can have a look at it in GitHub. And then we'll go on to Google and just have a look at some of the things it mentions here. What is pre-connect to required origins? To establish required connections, as we discussed. Then, should I use it? If you know that a server fetch will happen, pre-connect is good. It will only happen only sometimes. You expect sometimes it might trigger a loss of useless TCP, which is total contentful paint and total large, the TLS work, and the DNS might prefetch, and DNS prefetch might be a better fit. Total layout shift. Now, what does TLS stand for? I forget. What does TLS mean? It means transport layer security. The successor protocol to SSL. So it's something completely different. But origins WordPress. Let's have a look at the WordPress function of it. Have a look at what online media masters say. These guys keep coming up. So the way that you do this is pre-connect with a lot of these tools: auto optimize, asset cleanup, lightspeed, cache. So there's tools that do it. And third-party domains, CDNs, fonts, and there's a couple of other elements here as well to consider. So I hope this makes sense with third-party domains and pre-connection. Pre-connect versus pre-fetch. What's the other one? Yeah, and let's just have a look at what that means. The difference between DNS prefetch and pre-connect is DNS prefetch will only do the DNS lookup, while pre-connect will do the DNS lookup, TLS negotiation, and the TCP handshake. This means it avoids an additional 2 RTT once the resource is ready to be downloaded. I'll be very honest with you, I'd have to look up further still what that means, okay? But I hope it makes sense for some of you who are watching, and we keep moving forward. So guys, that is more, a little bit enough to explain pre-connect to required origins. Catch you in the next one.